So we're here with Andre. Andre closed his sixth deal, so he's looking at outsourcing, looking at building cash flow for his business. And we just talked to a VA that looks like you're gonna hire, right?
Yes.
He sounds good. Yeah, he speaks good English. He has experience. So I would say start off part-time though. Don't go. I would say maybe start like 4 hours a day. That's kind
About
of like
4 hours a day.
you test the water, see how he is. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say, if you could trust him with four, then you can increase it to eight, so you're not investing too much.
Okay.
So we talked to him today and it looks like are you gonna move forward with him?
Yeah, I think let's try them
Okay.
out. Right before you chimed in, we did kind of like a role playing, and the role
Yeah,
playing was pretty good. Where I was of course, I was the seller. He was the virtual assistant reaching out to see if the property, um, if we were interested in selling the property. So he
yeah,
answered it pretty good. I wish I would have recorded it, but he was pretty good with answering the questions. So, but I agree. We probably do. I think I'm gonna have him do Tuesday through Saturday. We'll handle Monday.
yeah.
Um, and then because I definitely want to get calls out on Saturday, so I'm thinking about maybe 10 o'clock on Saturdays, and I'm gonna adjust the part-time hours to something maybe after
Yeah.
maybe 2, 3 o'clock, something like that. So I'll figure out the hours.
And you got him off of Upwork, right? Upwork.com.
Yeah, Upwork. I went on Upwork, went over there. I looked at his reviews, which he had. All his reviews are actually excellent. And then, of course, we look for someone that can speak English, 100% speak English. That was good
Yeah.
as well. So yeah, so he checked off a lot of the boxes that we were looking for.
Awesome. So his goal would probably be like, if he's doing 4 hours, I'd probably make it mandatory that he gets at least like two solid leads that say they want an offer.
Okay.
He should basically get those leads in the CRM. He actually talked to the owner, he verified it's the owner, he verified condition, he put that in the CRM, and then he sends it off to you at that point, and then you would be the one, coming up with the offers and calling the seller back. And then
Yeah.
once he gets good at that, you can get him to the point where he can comp the properties himself and come up with the offers, so that's the next step. So next step would be, all right, you know how to get leads. Next step is come up with get the comps, get the rent and
Hmm.
he can prepare the offers for you. So that'll be the next step. And then if he does that very well, the promotion would be like, hey, call the leads back and make the offer, right? So you're not
Yeah.
doing it yourself, right? So that'll be the next step. But he's got to first he's got to hit his daily goal of two per day. If he's doing that consistently, getting good solid leads, then the next step is more training on analyzing the deal, coming up with the comps, entering in the CRM, coming
Hmm.
up with the offers, and then the next step would be, if he does that very well, the next step is that he's calling them back and trying to close the deal on the phone with the seller and not you, right?
Right. I know you mentioned we probably give them access to the REI reply and the CRM system as well to put the stuff in the system.
Yeah, and you can give him deal machine too, yeah. So you give him access to everything, yeah.
Give them the access what I have. Okay.
Yeah.
The
So
well, I know you got quite a bit of videos. You have a particular video you want to you can send me just to send to him for the CRM and REI reply just so he can watch the training.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
we can send him the membership site and he can go through all the training, everyone else goes through. So
Okay.
yeah, so we can just send him through that, yeah.
Okay.
But today I want to talk about more so of like getting Airbnbs, getting rent to owns. You've done six wholesale deals, so I think it's time to also focus on the cash flow part of it, right? So,
Yeah.
um, because that's it's like you close a deal, you make 5 grand, and then it's like, all right, I got to go hustle find another one, right? But if at the same time you're picking up at least one Airbnb or rent to own a month, and that ends up making 5, 10 grand a month, you don't have to worry about closing a wholesale deal every month, right? So, because you have the cash flow
Hmm.
coming in, right?
Right.
So, you're making money, you're closing deals. Of course, like, when you have some money, it's like, hey, where do I invest this money, right? So, um, So I'm gonna pull up my notepad. So I think the best investment that I personally made on deals and it is probably the best is like focusing on like a rent to own,
Mm-hmm.
maybe turning that into like an Airbnb. So let's say that you close 6 deals, you have 10, maybe 20 grand to invest, and you want to create cash flow. You can focus on getting these rent to owns where the owner agrees, and then you end up furnishing it, so that costs money. You got to furnish it, and then you end up cash flowing it on Airbnb for a few years, and then hopefully it does appreciate, and then you can cash out and make, your 40, 50 grand in profit, right?
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: how you been furnishing your Airbnb deals? Because I know a lot
How?
of people that want to move forward with Airbnbs. The issue is how you furnish a 3 or 4 bedroom property.
Yeah, so if you're just doing, so there's two ways of getting Airbnbs. First is the property management where you're just getting a percentage. In that scenario, the owner's paying for everything. You're just managing it, right?
Okay.
If you do a rent to own, you're the one buying the furniture, so it's an investment, right? Because it's like you own the house now. So how
Okay.
we get a furniture would be I like Court Furniture Outlet. It's like they rent furniture.
It's called
So
Court Furniture Outlet.
yeah. So they rent furniture and then they end up selling it. So they refurbish it and then they sell it. So it looks brand new, but it's like used furniture, so it's like half the price of used or
Mm-hmm.
a lot less, yeah. So there's a website called Court Furniture Outlet. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Okay. Are they nationwide?
Yes.
Oh,
They're
okay,
here in
nice.
Florida, they're there in Illinois, Indiana, yeah. So these guys here, our Court Furniture Outlet, we use them for what's good about them too is that they'll actually deliver the furniture and set it up for you. So if you're buying like a big bed frame and tables, chairs, stuff like that, they actually come and deliver it and set it up for you. Of course, you gotta pay a little bit more, but it's
Yeah.
cheaper than hiring like a stager or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can get like entire sets, like a whole bedroom set,
Mm-hmm.
like the dresser, the bed frame, the beds, for one price, right? So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
529 for a three-piece set here.
Oh,
So
wow. Shoot, I need to get my own furniture from there.
yeah, I mean, I was able to furnish entire house for like a 4 bedroom house with really nice furniture for like 7 grand, like
Oh,
using
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And it looks like high end it's not like cheap furniture too. It's like really good furniture. It's like not it's not like cheap stuff you buy at, Walmart or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write that down there. Yeah, so I know you mentioned about the property management piece. So for the most part, what you've seen with property management is the owner let you manage it, and they normally furnish it for you, and you just manage it and make sure they're getting their monthly rent and stuff like that.
Yeah. So management, you're just getting a percentage and then they're paying for everything. And then what there could be scenarios where you're willing to invest. Like let's say a owner is struggling for money, and
Hmm.
you want to maybe help them out, invest a couple thousand and
Yeah,
we just tell them like, hey, we just expect that back from like the first reservations, right? So we expect to get paid back up front from the Airbnb, right?
yeah,
So there's some scenarios where you could invest if it makes sense, right? Just keep in mind these are management deals, so the owner could end up just canceling it anytime, right? So that's the issue
mm,
with that. But with rent to own, it's like you own the property, like you have ownership interest. So you're the one that negotiates the term and how long, and so you could have the property for like 5 years, right? And it's have you done any rent to own offers to owners yet?
no rent to own offers. No, I haven't.
Okay, got it.
So I need to start using that tool as well.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. You got two things going on. So you have so is your son making offers for you too?
What I have him doing, he's pretty much reaching out to the owners as far as seeing if they're looking to sell. If they're looking to sell, I'm pretty much taking over from that part. Um, Once he learns that there, then I'll show him how to. Well, I have shown him before, but he hasn't done it yet, as far as analyzing the deals and stuff like that. So just one step
Yeah.
at a time for him.
Yeah. Okay. So you got a couple people you're mentoring too, like mentorship?
Yeah, I sent you a zip code for. I have a cousin that I'm in working with over in Indiana, Greenwood, Indiana. I think I trying to get him a list, and we're just gonna have the guy from Fiverr, Shazid, probably call that list for us, and then we're gonna try to close them out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
So
once we get that list from you, I will start reaching out in that Indianapolis area.
awesome, man. So that's good. You got a couple people. So you got one VA, right? And then you got your son, you got
Mm-hmm.
cousin, so you got two people you're maybe mentoring.
Yes.
Uh so this VA is gonna make two offers a day, uh 5 days a week for you. So hopefully that's gonna end up being, 10 offers a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then the two, you're mentoring two people, so hopefully they're gonna get at least five offers a week out the door, right?
Yeah.
So that's 15 offers a week. So these two should lead to, 60 offer, 15 times four is at 60 offers a month. So hopefully that's two deals a month, right?
Yeah.
So 60 offers per month. So if you're gonna get, if it takes about 30 offers to one deal, this should lead to two offers a month. So that's good. So this is your goal with your team you got going on here. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my son. He's gonna me and him. He's gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on that Airbnb through the Facebook Marketplace, and then I'm also gonna pull up the expired rental listings on the MLS too in the area.
Yeah, expired listings are good for like Airbnb rent to own too, yeah. Because they try to sell it, the price too high. So, they're probably motivated to get it sold or rent it or something.
Let me ask you this here. I know we're going into in Chicago into the winter months, and I think I'm looking at one of your videos. I know things slow down around this time of year in the Chicago area as far as Airbnbs. Would
Mm-hmm.
you still focus on that area, the Chicago area, or probably go more so to the warmer climate, like a Jacksonville, Florida, or something like that?
Um, so I would just focus on one area at a time and just, every lead that comes in, could be a wholesale, could be a rent to own, could be Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
But Chicago, yeah, I mean you can do year round. I mean, but yeah, you don't make that much money in winter time. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But my opinion is like, the person that you're mentoring should just stay in one area. They shouldn't be like all over the place. They
Yeah,
should be like, hey, I'm gonna hit Porter County, Indiana, and every single for rent, every single for sale by owner, every single distressed lead I can pull from Deal Machine is gonna get a call, email, and text from me saying that I'm an investor looking to buy your house cash. All right, you don't want to sell. What about are you interested in doing like a rent to own or Airbnb? So every single seller, every single landlord, realtor, is going to know who you are in that county, right? And you start branding yourself, and all of a sudden realtors know your name, who you are, every seller knows who you are. And then that's where you start branding yourself and you start seeing just deals in your inbox because you're well known in that area, right? Like for
yeah,
me, Chicago, like I just get 20 deals a day in my inbox to look at in Chicago from people that, know me, right? So that's what you want to do eventually, because in the beginning it's you hustling, you making the cold calls, you texting people, chasing people down. But eventually it could be where people are just sending you 30 deals and you don't have to even cold call anybody anymore. Right. And
right.
the way you get there is that you brand yourself in one market, in one area. You're going to focus on Porter County, Indiana. Everyone's going to know who you are in that area, right?
Yeah.
And and that's the goal is like, get everyone to know who you are. For me, like, one realtor I've closed 30 deals with, another realtor I closed 40 deals with, and these realtors send me deals, right? Or, other investors send me deals. So it's just creating the relationships in that market, in the area, right?
Hmm.
So I would say focus on an area and max out that area, right? Every lead should be contacted.
Okay.
Right. And then the next thing, so the two things that you need to get going, like you had 6 deals and they were just transactional wholesale deals, which are great. But now you need to first outsourcing, which is hiring and mentoring. So you got that going. And then the second thing you need to do is the cash flow part of it, the cash flow offers.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what we definitely need more cash flow.
yeah, the rent to own, Airbnb offers. So so it's good to do like for rent sections. Like I did the training yesterday. If you saw that, I was just focused on the for rent section. So a lot of those are already in, they're already open to doing a rental for a year. So,
Yeah.
all you do is convince them, hey, what would you guys be interested in an option to buy or rent with option to buy? It's more beneficial for landlords because we take care of the property, we take care of small maintenance repairs, so you don't have to be bothered for little stuff, and you'll get a better tenant, more likely to pay, right? So
And then
um
with that rent to own, so some of those rent to owns you put Airbnbs in, huh?
yeah.
Depending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we done
Okay.
a lot of that where we got the rent to own, we Airbnb'd it, and then had it for a few years on Airbnb, and then we end up selling it, putting it on the MLS for sale and cashing out, right?
Right.
So with rent to own, so with rent to own, there may be some investment in that, right? So like I was talking about, like maybe you made some money, you got maybe some cash to invest. So maybe one rent to own, you got to invest like 10 grand with first month's rent, security deposit, furniture costs, and then you turn this into an Airbnb, right? And then your goal is to at least, I would say, 1,000 a month to maybe 2,000 a month in cash flow per
Hmm.
deal. So I wouldn't do the deal maybe if it's like less than that, right?
Have you ever came into a case where your monthly rental didn't meet what you owe the owner each month?
Yeah, that does happen, especially that did happen a lot, especially in Chicago. Like winter months, you're negative, 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 and then summer months you're 5,000 positive, 6,000 positive. So
Yeah.
it averages out. You want to look at it as like the end of the year, how much I made in Airbnb, not like the monthly, because the monthly is going to fluctuate really up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So when you're looking to you know, invest some cash, I would say rent to owns are probably the best investment. You can probably
Hmm.
invest a little as 10,000 down and end up making 1,000, 2,000 a month. So the goal is to find as many as possible. And these rent to owns could be, if you find a good deal, negotiate it, you can do no money down, right? But typically, if you're gonna hold it and then Airbnb it, you're gonna have to invest, of course, in the furniture part of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So while you're doing keep doing the wholesale deals, keep, making the wholesale offers, and at the same time, you're adding rent to own Airbnb offers. And there's gonna be some deals where like, maybe we can partner on, right? Like you say, hey Russ, this guy wants 5,000 down for rent to own. You interested in partnering on doing Airbnb or something with it, right? So
Hmm.
we could potentially partner on deals where we turn them into cash flowing properties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know any investment where you can invest as little as like 10 grand and make 1,000, 2,000 a month, right? Like I don't if you have an investment that can do that, you should let me know.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's like if I have a $100 grand to invest, I can pick up 10 of these, times 1,000 a month. That's $10,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal is to get to that point of like I have, keep doing the wholesaling and the transactional deals, but the goal at the end of the day is like I want the cash flow to exceed my monthly income that I need, for all your expenses, right? Like if I need to make 5 grand a month in order to pay all my bills and live comfortably, or 10 grand a month, that's what I need to get in the cash flow part, right? Not the
Mm-hmm.
wholesale part. The wholesale is transactional, but I need to get
Yeah.
there in the cash flow part, right?
Yeah. And I noticed you leave a little leeway with your Airbnb monthly rentals. I noticed you did a number, I think it was like 184 per night, but you did 20 nights versus I know the average is like 28 days a month. So I noticed you did 20 days instead of the 28 days, which I like that because it left you some leeway with like 8 days.
Yeah. Yeah, there are going to be vacant days. You're not going to get every night booked out of the month. So I would say like 70-80% will be booked.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of it. Yeah. So, and then Airbnb management, that's the other thing, like start throwing those offers out there in your market to get cash flow. Like my wife's deal that we just did is we presented what we did is we presented the cash offer. He said, no, I don't want to sell. We said, hey, do you want to do rent to own? He's like, no, I don't want to sell. I just want to rent to hold it for long term. So, and then we brought up Airbnb. And then at that point, we sent him the numbers, analyzed it, sent him what we believe it will cash flow, and then he looked at the numbers and he said,
Mm-hmm.
yes, let's do it. The owner bought all the furniture, invested all the furniture, the money. We put a little bit of money into it. I think we paid for the pictures and some staging stuff, so we probably put 300-400 bucks into it. But there's really no investment, but that should make that one deal that we got should make like 8 grand a year.
Right.
Yeah, just from negotiating, right? So it's basically creating money out of thin air, right? Creating cash flow out of thin air, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you're not investing really anything at all, and you're making 8,000 a year, right?
Right.
And then use our reputation, like like an owner's not gonna go with you. Like I have never done Airbnb. I think you've done Airbnb, so you already know how it
Yeah.
works. But if you're new, you have no experience, you can use our reputation. Hey, the guy that I work with has done, the team that we work with has done, 3 million plus 3 million in revenue on Airbnb, over 4,000 guests. We know how to maximize revenue because we've been in the business for 8 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main thing, right? So it's just like focus on the cash flow part of it, not just the transactional wholesale part, okay?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Like what's your approach as far as going forward?
All right. So everything's going through my head while you was talking. So priority number one, I'm gonna get the VA started as soon as possible. So I'm gonna send him the login information so he can get into these sites, and then I'm sending him some videos.
Yeah,
Um, do the part time with that. Then what I'm gonna do from there, we're gonna start focusing on the cash flow with the Airbnb. So I'm gonna assign my son to a segment. Probably more so, I'm gonna get him to the southwest. I mean, south suburbs, since he's a little probably familiar with our area from where we come from. And then while he's focused on that, I'm gonna focus myself on the area I'm in, which is Lake County, and I'll focus on that far as reaching out to the rentals and on the marketplace as well. So
yeah,
that'll be going, his will be going, and then my cousins we'll focus on his as well over in Greenwood, Indiana, right by Indianapolis. We get him
yeah,
that list. Well, we get that list from you today whenever you get time. I know you're busy. And I'll text you what we need again. And then once we get that list going, so we'll have everybody
yeah.
up and running, moving around, ready to work before the end of the day, actually. And then go from there. Also,
Awesome,
you
man.
think, I know we've been doing a lot of single family homes. You think we should look into some multifamily as well?
Yeah, I think like, like multifamily. even condos, townhomes, single
Hmm.
family, it's all good. And apartment, I mean, you could target apartment buildings too. You can do all that, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like, vacant land, I would probably avoid the areas where the land is not, there's no building of new construction homes. I know we did some Gary stuff, right? But there's
Yeah.
really,
Gary, yeah,
but
wasn't good.
if you don't see built new construction homes
Mhm.
in that market, I don't think investors are going to risk that right now, right? Because
Yeah.
it takes a year from going from, building to selling a new construction home. And if there's no new construction homes in the area, there's no comps, and no one's going to be the first person to start that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think like just stay in your market, like don't bounce around too much in different areas. Just focus in one area, one market. Contact, all the for rents in your market for sale by owners, and then go on Deal Machine, contact all those distress leads that you guys have in there. And
Hmm.
once you've maxed that out your market, like you contacted everyone in the county, then move maybe over to the next, county over.
Yeah.
That's the only time you move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So yeah, I just want to go over that cash flow strategies, outsourcing. I think you're on your way, man. It's just a matter of you know, time and training and just, keeping your team motivated, keeping them consistently following up with them, making sure they're making their offers, right? So the main thing is like, are you hitting your daily goal? Like if you're mentoring someone and you're mentoring your son and he has a daily goal of 2 offers a day, you got to make sure he's hitting it, right? Like every
Right.
day, hitting the goal, right?
Right.
Your VA is an employee, so he better hit the goal or else he's gonna get fired, right?
Right.
So you need to make sure you need to be on him and be like, hey, where's the deals? Like what's going on, right? Like, it's been 2 days, you only sent me one offer, right?
Right.
So it's a consistent problem where he's not sending you, hitting his goal for like a whole week. You gotta give him a warning and then, of course, you gotta let him go if he's not hitting their goal, right?
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah. Awesome, brother. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's it. We got work to do, but the key is getting everything on the system. Once you get the system in place, everything else will flow properly.
Yeah, and my biggest deals actually have come from rent to own where the biggest spreads. So
Uh-huh.
when I look back, it's like I had a deal for like 5 years, but over those 5 years, I was making, 1,000, 2,000 a month sometimes. And then we ended up selling it after 5 years, and there's like $100,000 profit. Like if I add once I add everything up. So
Wow.
I think the biggest deals will come from like a sandwich rent to own where you actually stay in the middle, maybe stay in the middle for 3 years, 4 years. I've
Hmm.
I've had some where I stayed in the middle for like 7 years. Um, and then you get that appreciation and then you get the cash flow, right? So those deals are probably gonna make bigger spreads, but they take longer, right, to get that spread. So
And
would
then one more question before we get off. So when you're reaching out to them for the rentals, you just I think I seen your video. So you just ask them pretty much, are they looking to sell the property? Are you asking them, are they looking to sell the property for cash, or are they just looking
yeah.
to sell the property? Okay.
Yeah, we just say, hey, we're investors, or is the owner looking to sell, looking for an offer on their property?
Hmm.
And then if they say no, he's just looking to rent, then we pivot, hey, what about rent to own, right?
Okay.
Would the owner do a rent with option to buy? And then, of course, if they say no to that, it's like, hey, what about Airbnb? We do management for Airbnb. So does the owner want to make, he's asking 2,000 a month. Maybe we can make him an extra $500 a month. Is he interested in that? Right. So that's kind of how because the cash offer, of course, you can get paid the fastest,
Yeah.
whereas the rent own offer is probably like the second best where you can make the most profit. And then the Airbnb offer, which is we're just managing it for them.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, brother. Yeah, so let me know if you guys need anything, and then if you want to put the VA into I can send you the link again, the membership site, and he can go through all the training videos like step by step.
Yeah,
Uh,
just send me that, and
yeah,
then yeah, I'll send it to him and look at the videos he need to focus on to get started. Then he can go back and watch all the other videos.
yeah, awesome,
Yeah.
man. I'll be praying for your success, man.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll be praying for yours as well. And then hopefully Country Club Hills will be our next deal. So we got a few more weeks. Hopefully they'll be out and we
Yeah,
can get that sold.
awesome, man. That was like one of your first ones too, right?
Yeah, that was my actually like yeah, one of my I think it was like my third one, second. Yeah, third or fourth one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been waiting a
So
minute for that one.
so it's just be consistent, follow up, and never give up on the deal. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I think it was
So
like 6 months, right? Like 6 months of
yeah, he been going on about 6 months. Yeah, he
yeah,
ready to sell too. So he ready to get done with it. He's in Georgia, so he's ready to walk away.
yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
And I do have some people that's interested in buying. So I know you probably want whoever give us the best deal. We go from there.
Yeah, yeah. I got an 8 unit. I just got under contract. I got to put it out, so I'll send it over to you. All right.
Yep, send it over to me and I'll share it to my cash buyers.
All right. All right,
All
brother.
right. When the next time you in town?
I'm probably gonna be there Thanksgiving and Christmas, so
Okay,
yeah, we'll see. We'll get together, man. We got to get together.
sounds good. Tell the missus we said hey.
Yeah, your wife too, man.
All right, sure will. Have a good day.
All right. Take care, man.
All right.